Welcome back, everybody, to the continuation of our Let's Play of Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. So, sorry about the last 2 days. I was very busy at work. I actually had to come in on Saturday at work for once to work on the project because the project, from the point of view of the upper management, let me give you a reference of the point of view of the upper management. Panic! We have no clue what's going on! Yes, it seems that upper management is absolutely in panic mode, and well, they called us all in to come at work on Saturday, and they called us in to be there on site all next week. Now, I'm not quite sure that they know what they're doing, but then again, that is upper management for you. And upper management usually has no clue what's going on the operational level. But then again, I don't really care. Because all those extra hours I put in, I do get them paid out. So sure, I'll be there. Nevertheless, yeah, we had kind of to drop the last 2 episodes because, well, work was in the way. And since work does pay the bills, work does get prioritized. I'm very sorry about that, but that's just how things are. Nevertheless, we are going to continue our playthrough over here, and today we're going to take a look at core mining. Now, on Saturday, I did had a bit of a very boring meeting, and during that boring meeting, I did finish up the what's it called again? The lithium chloride machine over here. The lithium chloride machine over here is completely done and set up. It's running, as you can see. Well, it's actually already done running because we're backed up on lithium chloride. But this thing over here works like a charm. There was one issue. Maybe somebody of you have already seen it or not. There was a pipe missing over here, like exactly this pipe. And it was missing pretty much on every one of these. And that caused this thing to not operate well. But after fixing that, this whole thing over here is working really, 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 really nice. It's a really nice build. And yes, but today we're going to take a look at core mining. Now, why core mining? Well, I was kind of also looking at the map, and we are in the region we have claimed, we are slowly but surely running out of resources. We have, I think, we have one copper field left over here that is tapped, but not put on the train yet. And we got a whole bunch of smaller fields that are not really worth our attention. We still got a whole bunch of rare metals. We're not really using them as much at the moment. That's fine. That's fine. But things like iron ore are definitely going out. And we do have quite a lot of core mining seams over here. We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think over here somewhere in one, 8. If we take this one. 9. I think we have about 9 core mining seams on around here. So I think it's time for us to do some core mining. And core mining can be a lot of fun. Also, there's another reason we want to do that, but we will see that as soon as we do the core mining. Let's have a look. So every core miner, let's go over to one. A core miner is over here. We placed this thing down like ages ago for experimentation. And every core miner makes a certain kind of core fragment. Depending on which planet you are, for example, it's over here, the primary resource. Depending on what kind of planet you are, you get a different type of core fragment. Because we're novice, we get like the standard generic core fragment. But for example, on things like our, what's it called again, Cryonite planet over here, we would get Cryonite core fragments. On our Vulcanite planet, we would get Vulcanite core fragments, and so on, and so on, and so on. And we need to process these. And we can process these in a pulverizer. Now, the generic core fragments, we can fragment them down into... We can fragment 20 core fragments down into 8 iron ore, 8 copper ore, 4 coal, 8 stone, a little bit of uranium ore, 8 rare raw metals, crude oil, mineral water, Pyroflux. It basically gives us everything. But keep in mind, if you have like a core fragment that is specialized, you crack these down also into basic fragments. So basic fragment production is always a thing we need to think about. Good. Another thing, putting core fragments on trains. I was kind of thinking, is that a good idea or is that not a good idea? Because they only stack up to 20. So in every cargo wagon, we can hold up to 800 core fragments, which is not a lot. And this machine over here mines at a rate of 15 per second. Now, the more core miners you place down, the slower they get. We can maybe try that real quick. I've not really seen that effect happen before. But let's place a couple more core miners. You might remember me at some point in time having a whole bunch of core miners in my pocket. I put them back because, well, they were kind of cluttering my inventory. But where are they? This is where we make the miners. And this is when we make the core miners. There they are. And let's pick up some of these. And let's place one of these. Where's the core mining seam? There. Let's go to the one at the power plant. And the more core mining seams to place, the slower all mines should go. Now, you can place more, and it will be faster. 2 core miners will be faster than 1 core miner in total, but there's a bit of a special progression you have to keep in mind. Let's place this thing down real quick. There we go. So, yeah. The 2 of them now make 10.6 core fragments per second. This one should also be updated. This one's now also updated. Yeah, both of them now run at 10.6. One of them was running at 15. 2 of them run at 10.6. That is about 21.2, which is faster than one of them, but you get diminishing returns. Now, there's a special function in here that will tell you how many core miners you will need. I think it's also in Informatron over here under core mining. Yes. The first core miner placed on the planet runs at 100% efficiency, but each additional miner placed reduces the efficiency for all others on the same planet. Placing additional miners always increases the total fragment core amount overall. To get a double production, you would need 4 miners. To get the triple production, you would need 9 miners, and so on, and so on, and so on. In my opinion, probably going up to 25 is fine. I don't think we would want to go higher than 25 because each one of these machines does still eat 25 megawatts of power, which is a lot of power if you think around about it. So that will mean every one of these miners over here will be slower and slower and slower and slower. But that will be fine. That will be fine. We will need a whole bunch of train stations. That's one thing we have to keep in mind. We will probably have multiple input stations, and let's make ourselves a ginormous, as big as we can make it, core mining machine or core mining fragment machine over here. Good. So this machine over here runs at crafting speed 2. Let's maybe do the... Nah, do we need to do the full calculation? Let's maybe do a little bit of a full calculation. And let's go back to the recipe real quick. 20 inputs gets turned into, what is that? 8, 16, 20, 28, 32, 32, let's say 33 because the 32%, we just rounded up. So everything over here, actually it's more, it's 36, I can count. And 20 core fragments get turned into 36 items. That is quite a lot. There's, of course, multiple ways of us how we could do this. I'm kind of thinking of... Let's see. We already have the issue that we don't really know how things will be filtered out over here. This is going to be interesting already. Of course, we could always... Let's just imagine that this over here will be the output. I think we need to solve the filtration system first before we do anything else. We could, of course, do it easy and set a filter on each of these. That will be the easiest thing to do, in my opinion. Because we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 distinct outputs over here. That's a lot of outputs. That is a lot of outputs. Sure. We can work with that. Let's see. Maybe something like this. And then maybe something like that. Will that even work like this? No, that will break. That will break hard. Okay. Am I overthinking this? we should be able to stack this better. Come on. So what do I want in the end? What I want in the end is I want to have like 6 belts over here next to each other for the outputs. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can count 7. For the output, of course, we will have something like this, and then we will have the same machine over here on the other side. Yeah, and also let's start maybe ghosting this real quick. So let's maybe just try and see where we end up with this. We also have to keep in mind that we will have to rotate this accordingly. There we go. So that we can also work with the liquids. Ah, wait a minute. Maybe if we don't use any kind of undergrounds or any kind of splitters to merge the stuff, we could just do something like this. And then you get this, you get that, and you get this. Oh, this will work. Because now we can do this, that, and this. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. And then we can do the same thing again. Yeah, just a little bit of side loading. Here we go. And maybe move this back by one. Actually, do we need to... Yeah, let's move this back by one so that it is symmetrical to the input over here. Yeah. That works. How will this work on... Yeah, we're still gonna need this, that. Oh, yeah, that will partially work. That will definitely partially work. We're gonna need something like this, that, and this, and then this, that, and this, so that we can connect these true and true. Okay, now I'm super confused. Is this working as intended? That's a lot of undergrounds and a lot of underground chaos. I think this works as intended. Let's have a quick look at this. So you two connect over there and you go true and true. You two connect over here and you go true and true. These two over here connect over here and you go true and true. And the same is true over here. Yeah, this works. Lovely. Sure, why not? And then we can just filter it up over here, for example, to iron ore, copper, stone, raw metals, uranium ore. What's the last one? Iron, copper, stone, uranium ore, coal, coal. There we go. Good. And then, sure, let's take these out real quick because we do need to copy these over so that we can copy over the filters. Here we go. Good, good. Yeah, something like this could work. Something like this could definitely work. And then let's place these, and then let's pick a copy of you, and then pick up these real quick. Alright, seem... Well, this is technically also a copy. Is this a copy? Let's check. Yeah, filter's still set. That works for me. Good. Sure. This will definitely work as intended. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, then let's have a look at the production speed of these machines. We can put in things like speed modules, and we can put in things like beacons and stuff like that. I'm kind of thinking of, if we already think in terms of beacons, we should definitely think in terms of big boy beacons over here. Ooh. Is that a bit overkill? Maybe. Cut this out. You reach the top too? Yeah. And then you reach the bottom too. That works. That definitely works. And in the meantime, until we get like the thing completely done, we can definitely put like a beacon over here, a beacon over there, a beacon over here, and a beacon over there. Those over here will be the intermediate beacons until we get access to the wide area beacon. But something like this could work. Of course. No, we can do this better. We can do this way better. Let's move you. Let's move you over here. And let's move you over there. Somewhere. It doesn't really matter right now. Let's take these out real quick. Let's make 5 of these in a row. And then, how big are you in comparison? Oh, that's beacon stone. Okay. Your size will be fine. Over here will be fine. And then we move you like one. It doesn't really matter where we put you. Let's maybe move you over like 3 over here. 3 will be fine. And then the same thing over there. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then we can... Yeah, that works. That works like a charm. Then we can do something like this. Good. So these over here can then propagate with the wide area beacons. And then we have 5 of them in a row, or 5 of them on each. Yeah, it works, it works. The ones on the side over here, of course, will then be, well, this wide area beacon over here might be a little bit wasted on these, but to be perfectly honest, I don't really care about that. That will be fine. And in the meantime, we could still go with, like, small scale beacons over here. Though, thinking about this and thinking about... now that we have 5 over here, that definitely is a bit weird. Because this guy over here will be alone. And then these 2 over there, they will have, well, they will at least have one of these. I guess that's fine. I mean, we could also just do this as a temporary beacon setup. We don't really need to fully beacon all of them. But I would love and prefer if we could at least. And that's going to be maybe troublesome. But if we could at least move these in a little bit. So that we can definitely copy paste it over like this, so that those beacons over there fit as a temporary input for the other machines. Good. So the task will be this, making this thing. Now we definitely want to make this thing a little bit wider. Keep in mind, each one of these machines eats at the rate of 1 item per second. At the craft speed of 2, they eat 2 items per second. So this thing over here currently eats 20 items per second. If we start adding speed modules, it will get faster and faster and faster and faster. The question now is how many items. If we hook each one of these up with its own yellow belt, it will be perfectly fine. We could also do a little bit of belt weaving. That will also be fine. So the big question over here is how do we do the liquids over here? If we move you, we can't really move you up or down, but we can ignore. Oh shit! Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Actually, oh god, it is. Oh god, everything is horrible. Unless we rotate. Wait a minute. We need to get all 4 liquids out. We got, which liquids do we have double? We've got mineral water twice and we got oil twice. If we rotate these all down like this, then we could get away with something like this. That, yeah, but then we have the issue over here with the water. We need to solve the issue over here for this one. What we just could do, you know what? The issue is actually already more or less solved, in my opinion. We can combine up these 2 every now and then. Oil over here will be there. Pyroflux will be there. And then mineral water and water will be over here. Yeah, that works, it works. And then for this oil pipeline over here, we just move over here. It will be a little bit out of the way, but that will work, that will work. Sure. Let's do one thing real quick. And that is set up the beacon production, because I do want beacon production. We're gonna need these boys. Let's have a look. Where did we place them? Let's find a nice spot in the mall, for example. Over here. This is where we make beacons. Beacons. Where are they? There we go. What do we need? Small electric motors, red circuits, concrete and steel. Oh god. Yeah, we should definitely make our steel production. We should definitely make more steel and get our steel production up and running after this, because this thing over here is going to consume all our steel. All of it. Absolutely all of it. Limit to 1. Limit to 1 is fine for now. Good. Okay, back to this thing over here. So, yeah, doing it like this will be fine. Let's maybe set up the pipes so that we can copy it over non-stop, and then let's figure out where we're going to build this. Then we could also... no, that's the thing. Do we need to make it this big? Because we mine core mining at a rate of 15 per second. Let's go all the way to a factor of 5. Maximum speed will be 75 items per second. This thing over here eats 20 at the moment. This thing over here eats 20 at the moment. If we maybe just double down on this and add beacons, I think that will be more than enough. Or if we just add beacons to this thing, it might be more than enough. This thing over here gives us 4 times the effect of our speed modules. Speed module 3 over here will give us an effect of, well, we don't have speed module 3 yet, we've got speed module 2. But let's imagine we've got speed module 3 over here. That's a speed plus 40%. That's a speed increase of 160%. That would mean this machine over here, 160, running at 260. That is about 2.5 times faster than usual. Will be running at a speed of 5. which means the 20 items over here we consume will already be running at 100 items per second. I think one of these will be fine. I don't think we need more than this. And then we just need to feed it up appropriately. You know what else we could do? Let's maybe not go for a wide area build for this at all. Let's maybe just go for a localized beacon build. And then we can even do it a little bit different. We could move this up by one. Give this like a little bit space in the middle. And then we could easily place a beacon over here and a beacon over there. These beacons over here, even though they might be a little bit inefficient, it doesn't really matter in my opinion. But this way around, we've got a beacon design that is... yeah, that is definitely a bit better to do. And better handleable. Absolutely. Let's do it like this then. And then this will be our core mining processor. We're only going to make one of these because beacons. And if we do need this thing to be faster, then we double it down. Easy as that. Good. Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay, now the pipe situation is a little bit easier because now the pipe situation ends up like this, this. We can still have the pipe like this and like a water pipe over here and over there. Okay, I see how this goes. Actually, let's do the water pipe like this then. So we can connect up this, that. You will be like this, you will be like that. Technically, these over here, we will not have them. And then you'll be over here, you'll be over there. And then let's connect them up. You. Almost. I can place pipe. I definitely can place pipe. And then you get a connection like this. And then you get a connection like this. You get a connection like that. And then you just get a connection over here. Yeah, that seems fine. Now we don't need these. Pick up these real quick. And then... let's see. You do get one of these over here. Just to connect through and through. And I think now we can just copy paste this thing over and over and over and over. There we go. And there we go. Perfect. Now we're not done here yet. We do make Vulcanite. Or what's it called again? Pyroflux. We do make Pyroflux over here. And that Pyroflux needs to go somewhere. Now we don't... we could put it on the train and move it over here where we do need the Pyroflux. Man, it's dark over here. Where we do need the Pyroflux for the smelting procedures over here. But I don't think that's a good idea. There's another thing we can do with Pyroflux. Now, I'm not quite sure where we can do it. Is it in here? Yes. We can turn Pyroflux over here into steam. We can use it for power if we want to. We might just use it for power. I'm not quite sure if the power we make with this will... no, actually, the power will not be prioritized. We will have... the steam will probably back up. That's the thing. The steam will probably back up, but that doesn't really matter, in my opinion, I think. We could either A, vent the steam, or B, do something else with it. I'm not quite sure yet, we will see. But, and we do get a little bit of extra stone, and we do get a little bit of extra copper out of this. So we can definitely make one of these over here. That turns water and Pyroflux into steam and ores. And those ores over here, we can just feed them over here, and these lines in again. Now, how much Pyroflux do we make? That's a good question. Let's have a look at this. So each machine over here, every 20 seconds, makes 4 Pyroflux per second. We got... wait, let's put it down again. Let's get the number in my mind again. And it's easier to look at it like this. So every 20, you make 4. So every second, or every 10, you make 2. Every second, you make 0.2. So each machine makes 0.2 per second per crafting speed. We got 12. So that is 2.4 per second. Yeah, 2.4 per second per crafting speed. Our crafting speed will be 2. So 4.8. We're making 4.8, or let's just say 5 Pyroflux per second. One of these machines over here is fast enough to compensate for all of that. So this whole block over here can run on one of these. Now, of course, if we add beacons to it, we will need to make this thing over here faster as well. Then again, I don't think we need to put any beacons around this thing over here, because this thing over here cannot be affected by productivity modules. I think just putting speed modules in you directly will give us the speed that we need to compensate for this. If not, we're going to make 2 of these. 2 of these will definitely be fast enough. And then we don't have any kind of issue whatsoever. So what we could do actually is go to the top over here, all the way to the top. And then place like one of these, maybe like over here, and one of these. We can't mirror them. I always forget that you can't mirror in this game. You would sometimes get some really, really nice designs if you could mirror. But I guess we don't in this one. Good. But that's fine, that's fine. We can compensate for that. There we go. Good. Pyroflux will go in over there. And then, of course, we're going to get 3 new outputs over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we already know these outputs. We already know that this is going to be... What do we get again? We get stone, iron, and copper. So if we place these real quick, we could just go like stone, iron, and copper. And actually, let's place these down real quick, because then we know which one is which. Iron is at the bottom, copper's over here. Stone is over there. Good. That will work. That will work like a charm. So we can just copy over the bottom part over here, and that will give us the exact things that we need. And then we can just take this thing over here, more or less. Place it over there. Take out these. Take out those. We don't need these. Here we go. And just hook them up. There we go, there we go. And now we can also process all the Pyroflux coming from here. Good. There's also water coming out from this machine. Not quite sure how much water we get from these. I don't think it's a lot. Yeah, it's like 16 water. And we need like 1,000 water. And wait, we need 1,000 water over here. Wait a minute. How much water do we need? Yeah, we need 500 water per second over here. If at some point in time... Ooh. Wait a minute. If we speed this up with speed modules, then we need loads more water per second. Let's pimp this real quick a little bit. Here we go. We need to figure out something over here. And there we go. We need to be prepared for faster water speeds. Let's maybe move this up a little bit more. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Good. And then we can keep this thing over there. There we go. So, yeah. I mean, if this thing is running at crafting speed 2, we would need 1,000 water per second. If this thing is running at crafting speed 5, we need 2,500 water per second. 2,500 water per second is definitely 2 input pumps and this setup. So this thing needs to be close to water. Water is over here. We good for that. We are good for that. Perfect. And then, of course, last but not least, is going to be the input of the core fragments. And to be perfectly honest, I think I'll just go with this one. This is a very nice way of doing that. Each one of these does eat like 2 core fragments per second or something like that. We can make a nice rainbow belt like this in a minute. Will this work? Yeah, this will work. This will work. And let's just rainbow it up. There we go, there we go, there we go. And if we do need more later on, we can always switch this up to dedicated belts. There we go, there we go. But I'm kind of thinking of something like this. And then this will probably be a blue one. And then we just break it down. Or maybe we just calculate it up from the back. And then paint the belt accordingly. And then we have everything we need. Good! So, this is the thing I'm going to be building on the side real quick. It's going to be over there. I kind of want it close over here to where we deliver resources. So that once a train over here goes to look for new resources, it will find this place first before it finds any kind of mine. So it's definitely going to be built over here. And once it's in, I will probably also make some. Well, I think one station over here will be enough just to get things rolling so that we can tweak this thing up. Perfect. So that will be core mining for today. If you do like what you see, please do leave a like, a follow, a comment, a subscription. Every one of these actions does help me out in growing this YouTube channel into something bloody amazing. You can also find me on twitch.tv/BoldViking, where we do even more Factorio. Speaking of, Pyandons, the new update finally came out. And Nullius, we've not done yet. And we're doing space exploration. So, yeah, there will be a whole bunch of Factorio to come. So, yeah! Expect a lot of Factorio in the future. Not only that, we're also doing a whole bunch of RimWorld and a whole bunch of XCOM. And without further ado, I wish you all an amazing evening. And until next time, see you around!